Ever get the feeling like you're getting hustled on a shell game when talking about the issue of homelessness? That's what it feels like to me. It's like as soon as you fix in on any one of the problems of homelessness, it seems like they just move the ball on you, and they're always trying to hustle you in some way to get something out of you. So you sit there and say, what's the problem of homelessness, Brian? How do you solve it? What's the solution? And we go, well, there's an issue of addiction going on. And they go, yeah, there's an issue of addiction going on. And we go, okay, how do we fix that problem? And we go, there's an addiction issue. We need to stop sending out free needles, and we need to stop doing all this stuff. And they look and they go, oh, but Brian, it's not always about addiction, you know. Sometimes it's about mental health. And we go, oh, you're right. Okay, let's move. So they move the ball. We go, let's talk about mental health. And they go, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's talk about mental health, in which we're going to deal with the problem that people have this debilitating mental illness, and we have no institutions to deal with it. And you go, oh, but Brian, they're not all crazy, you know. They're just, some of them just need jobs. Oh boy, they just need jobs. You see how we just constantly move the topic around, and we're never actually stopping to deal with the problem that is. Instead, we make it so big that we can never actually focus on any one answer long enough to actually solve the problem. Well, I always want to go, hey, let's take the whole shell game idea. Let's take 3 cups and let's put all of homelessness. Let's put a ball under each one of those cups, and let's deal with homelessness in 3 cups, shall we? All right, let's start with the part that the Gospel Rescue Mission does really great. It's called can and will. Can and will, notice there's a ball under it. Can and will are the folks who are capable of leaving homelessness, and with a little bit of help, maybe a lot of help, and some encouragement along the way, they can, good counsel, with good counsel and drug counseling and alcohol counseling and job counseling and financial management and just encouragement and a good biblical moral compass reestablished in their lives, they can leave homelessness, and they will. These are people that are right inside the wheelhouse of a gospel rescue mission. But there's another group, and we'll call them can and won't. Can and won't are people who are much like the can and will. They're physically capable and mentally capable of leaving homelessness behind, but for a variety of reasons, they won't. They won't because they don't have to. They're living on the streets where they're able to do drugs. People bring them free needles. They get free sleeping bags, tents. They get clothing brought to them. They have people that are coming down and actually fixing meals for them and providing them with medical care. Why do they need to leave homelessness behind? They can continue to do everything that they want to do, continue to live lawlessly, and they don't have to leave homelessness behind. They can leave homelessness behind, but they won't. This is a large group of those who are in our parks right now. There's a third cup. The third cup is can't without subsidies. Those are the ones that need help, but for a variety of reasons, they will never be able to, on their own, become fully independent, okay? And this group actually could be kind of divided in maybe a group of 3, okay? The first would be people who have debilitating mental illness. Debilitating mental illness is mental illnesses that prevent them from functioning well in society, say in employment, say in dealing well with their neighbors, and maybe even in making good choices for themselves, whether it's regarding drugs, whether it's regarding how they behave towards other people. These people need to have probably their power of attorney removed, at least for a period of time. And they need to be monitored and medicated and be made safe, both from themselves and from other people around them. Another group within this can't without subsidies are people who need medical assistance in order to live. So these are people who are physically broken in some way or another, whether it's due to their age or just hard living and or just disease that has come along over the years, so that they will always need medical assistance in order to survive and thrive well. They should, maybe they need medically assisted living, maybe they need actual hospice care, but either way, they're made in the image of God. They deserve to have that kind of care and dignity treated with them, but they don't have an income that can afford that kind of lifestyle. They actually need subsidies to help them live and survive and thrive throughout the remainder of their days. There's another group in this category as well. These are people who, for a variety of reasons, are on a low fixed income. Okay, these are people generally 55 and over who have not either planned well or made good choices or whatever in their lives in such a way that here they are now living on Social Security, living on an income that's, say, somewhere between $1,500 and $500 a month. And it's not enough money to get them into the housing market. It's just enough money to keep them in poverty, maybe living out of their vehicle, living in the parks, not able to ever find their way into some kind of independence. But they're physically capable of caring for themselves, bathing, showering, keeping up their health okay, and they're healthy enough to do those things and mentally capable of working that out in their lives. They need subsidized low-income housing. Okay, they're going to need some housing that is affordable for them to get them off the street. They deserve the dignity that comes with the independence of their own home. And even though they didn't plan well for it, we could be able, as a community, as a society, we could provide for that. There you have it. Can but will, can but won't, and can't without subsidies. We have summed up all of homelessness in 3 cups. Now, if you want to find out more about what could I do or how could I help or what are other ways that I could help think about how to solve the problem of homelessness, I'd encourage you to go to our homeless solution tabs on our website at grantspassmission.org and check us out. We come up with new material all the time, new ways to think about it, creative ways to help us see what's really going on in our communities and solve the problem together. Thanks so much for listening and have a great day.